Snapchat, and rumbling. Fuck, shake your tits and swing your dicks. So happy it's Friday, and you should be too, because you get another nip-tweedling episode of your favorite internet sensation with libation of Friday wrap-up. Before we get today's show kicked off, I want to tip my hat to today's libation. It's still fall. It's still fall beer time, and I saved the best for last. The Yuengling Hershey's Porter. Yeah, it's back, baby. Oh, this is my favorite. I look forward to this time of year just for this. I mean, look, just in time for Halloween, you know? When you go trick-or-treating, what do they give you? Candy. What's the best candy? Nothing better than a pure, simple Hershey bar. And what's the best beer? America's beer. A Yuengling. So naturally, it's a combination that is just made for each other. Two of Pennsylvania's biggest exports, Hershey's chocolate and Yuengling beer. So here we go. Oh, man, if you like chocolate, you like beer, this is the way to go, man. Let me tell you. Brewed with Hershey's Cocoa and Hershey's Cocoa Nibs. But, of course, Yuengling's spot-on brewing process. And here we go. Shit, I think this might be flat. Oh, my God. No, it's not. I don't know why it didn't get ahead. Huh, that's weird. Anyway, salud, drink up and be somebody. Good? Okay. So, I gotta take a breath. What a week. So, I was in Chicago this week. And oh boy, man, let me just tell you what a fucking week it's been. I don't even know where to start. Okay? I don't know what I hate more, the fucking airports, the plane, or the goddamn Ubers back and forth to the airport. So I had a red eye on Monday. My flight was at 7 o'clock. So, you got to get there at least an hour before, because you never know what these fucking airlines. So I call an Uber. I think it was like 5:45. So the guy comes to pick me up. His name's Solomon. He's one of those popping and clicking motherfuckers. So he gets out of the car. Right? Now, I don't really know how the fucking Uber things work. I'm pretty sure that they kind of tell you where you got to go, right? So I put in Kennedy Airport Terminal 2. This guy shows up. He gets out of it. Now, I'm standing in front of the house with luggage, okay? He gets out and goes, oh, you going to the airport? I'm like, yeah. No, I'm just standing on the sidewalk at fucking 5:45 in the morning with the suitcases because I like to pretend to be homeless. You fuck. Open the trunk. Go, I don't go to LaGuardia. I said, well, that's good. We're not going to LaGuardia. But let me ask you a question. Don't you look at the fucking app when they tell you where we go? When you pick somebody up, go, I saw airport, I don't go to LaGuardia. So what the fuck did you even accept a ride for? Okay? Fortunately, I don't go to LaGuardia Airport. It's a third world country. I'd rather fucking flap my arms and fly there myself. So that was issue one. So here we go, right? So now we get in the car and we're listening to Jesus music the entire way. Okay? Not the good rambunctious, tambourine banging gospel music. It was that whiny R&B shit that they hang their fucking notes on. Holy fuck. This is what I had at 6 o'clock in the morning before I go to the goddamn airport. I'm already on enough, right? And I'm not a fucking morning person, okay? This is the kind of music that makes you want to slit your throat. And then when you see Jesus, you ask him, why the fuck do you make people like this? Fuck my life. Okay? I seriously just wanted to jam an ice pick between my own eyes and then keep banging my fucking head on the seat in front of me until I hammered the ice pick all the way through my fucking skull. Okay? That was my morning. I mean, how could it get fucking worse, right? Now I get to the airport, check in, you gotta disrobe yourself, all this other bullshit, and then I get on the plane. Now, surprisingly enough, the flight to Chicago was not terrible. I forgot it was Columbus Day. So, for some reason, my flight wasn't, this time around, I gotta say, I got smart. This time around, I said, fuck it, I'm opting for the more leg room. That's I guess that's JetBlue's equivalent to business class. Fucking night and day, okay? You got you could actually stretch your fucking legs out, ish. So I opted for that, and there was nobody on either side of me. So I always sit on the aisle, right? So Nobody was sitting in the window seat next to me. Nobody was in the aisle across from me. So there was nobody there. It was fucking nice. I was stretched out, beautiful, watched a movie, and that's it. I land in Chicago. Then I got to get another fucking, before I get to the Uber thing, I don't know what's wrong with these airports. They keep changing where you gotta go get a fucking Uber. Every time I go to O'Hare Airport or I go to Kennedy Airport, they keep moving the fucking ride app pickup spots. It's like they're all on the same fucking memo. Why can't you just make it right there at arrivals? You walk out, boom, you get your car, and off you go. You gotta walk over here, you gotta go over there. So I get to fucking O'Hare Airport, and of course they redirect you. So you're walking, then you get to where you're supposed to be, and then it goes, okay, now you gotta go up a flight. I'm like, I was just fucking upstairs. Why would I? Anyway, I get a fucking Uber from O'Hare to my hotel. So I wasn't anywhere near my office. I was like in the South Loop section. I'm up. I'm like downtown, more closer to the Sears Tower. So from the South Loop area is like right by Lake Michigan. Like Soldier Field is right there. It's the city, but it's sort of the outskirts of it. And that's where I had to be, because it's a hotel and a big convention center and all this other shit. So it should be about a half hour from O'Hare Airport. Even though it was fucking Columbus Day, Chicago traffic knows no days off. It took us almost an hour to get there. So now the guy picks us up. He pulls out of the airport. And he looks at me. He goes, "Do you mind if we stop and get another popping and clicking fuck?" He goes, "Do you mind if we stop and get gas?" I'm like, "No, I guess not. I mean, I'd rather get gas." I said, "You have to get gas. You get gas. It's better that than be stuck on the fucking highway. What are you, crazy?" So he's driving, and I don't know what fucking part of Chicago I'm in. It's not the city. It's kind of like, sketchy area. I'm like, oh, here's where I got fucking killed now. Okay, this is it. That's nice. So anyway, we get gas. We get back on the road. An hour later, we get to the hotel. But the entire ride, this guy is listening to a fucking podcast in Haitian. By the time I got to my fucking airport, I could speak French fluently. The whole fucking thing was in patois. For all I know, they could have been discussing recipes for people's pets in Ohio. I don't know. The whole fucking ride. I hate these fucking goddamn Ubers. Now, here's why I'm in Chicago. So I'm in Chicago because I had to do a trade show for all gay organizations. Like, it was the complete LGBT plus rainbow, tutti frutti, fresh and fruity, all of them. Just every single organization there was part of the Rainbow Coalition. You understand me now? Okay? So I'm setting up, and I'm thinking to myself, this is going to be one hell of a fucking week. So I'm setting up my area, and I'm not there 8 minutes, and the biggest fucking tranny in the world starts hitting on me. I swear to Christ. Hi, are you here with the convention? And I turn around, and I'm like, this broad, I can't even call her a broad. She was built like Big Mama. Okay? Her fucking shoulders were twice the size of mine. Now, here's the obviously, clearly it was a dude. You can tell by the face and the hands. But here's the part that fucking puzzled me. Because I'm a fucking demented bastard. She's wearing a low-cut top. You can see cleavage. This broad had the biggest fucking fake tits I have ever... Like, they looked... These things were like out to hit. They were like triple E's. And I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck do you get implants like that? Like they looked almost natural. Like, I mean, if everything else wasn't clicking, okay, I would have thought it was just a big broad. But clearly a dude with these gigantic, like, floppy, Big Mama-like tits. And I'm like, what am I looking at here? I'm like, holy God. Like, how much fucking silicone do you need to use? Like, what do? Did they, like, just, like, clock two fucking midgets and stuff them in there? Because that's what it looked like. And she's, oh, you here? I'm like, yeah, you see me setting up, right? Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing you all week. I'm like, oh, that's great. I'm going to go boil my fucking nuts now. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Okay, holy fucking shit. I'm thinking to myself, either I'm going to get sued or arrested before the week is out. How it didn't happen, I still don't fucking know. The place was a fucking freak show. Look, I got nothing wrong. I got no problem against gay people. You want to suck on a cock. You want to shove a dick up your ass. I don't give a fuck, okay? You You like being a rug muncher? Hey, listen, I get it. I'm a lesbian myself. That's fine. But do you have to be a fucking freak about it? Like, I mean, I know gay people that are fucking normal. Like, you look at them, they may swish a little bit, but, okay. They're not... This was an absolute fucking freak show. Everybody had a costume on. I had no clue who was male, who was female. I mean, there were women with beards and men with tits and everything in fucking between. It was insane, okay? I was afraid to go to the fucking bar by myself. Someone might slip me a Mickey, okay? And then I'd wake up covered in glitter with mascara across my chest. Literal fucking nightmare. I was shocked the entire time. Thank God I wasn't by myself. I had somebody who works with me who does, she does all like the marketing for these large associations. And she's an older lady, much older than myself. She's like my work mom. I mean, every 5 minutes she kept telling me, she said, Tommy, fix your face. I was just like, what the fuck am I looking at? Everybody was in a fucking costume. Like, so there was this one woman who brought a kid. Oh, Lord. Like, the kid couldn't have been more than fucking 8 years old. Now, the woman identified as a guy. She's clearly a broad, and she had the he-him thing. And then a kid was walking around. It was a boy, but this kid identified as a fox. How do I know that? Because I asked him. What the hell's the matter with you? What's going... He was wearing a foxtail. He goes, oh, I have a lot of them. And he has nails painted like fox red. I said, this is where we're going to go wrong today. I said, this is going to be the youth. This is the youth of America. Holy fucking shit. It was insanity. Okay? The hotel had to relabel the bathrooms all gender just to accommodate these fucking nutbags. I had no idea where to pee. I go to the bathroom and what the fuck? I didn't want to walk in. God only knows what I'm going to fucking see in there. I had to go upstairs to my room. Every time I had to take a leak. I piss like 18 times a day. I drink 4.5 gallons of fucking coffee. Do you have any idea how annoying this was? Okay? It was insane. And then my coworker, my association director, okay, what? Because I guess they had some networking events. Oh, I got you a T-shirt to wear. It's like a 90s themed party. I'm like, I looked at her. I want a T-shirt. She goes, oh yeah, look. And she shows me the T-shirt. It was a T-shirt with a tape cassette on it that had rainbows and a fucking pencil going through one of the holes. I said, what are you, out of your fucking mind? I ain't wearing that. Okay? Turns out this networking thing, I didn't go, because I looked at the thing. I said, we're not going to this. I said, are you out of your fucking mind? I said, this is a 90s themed party at a gay nightclub that you're going to take a rainbow short bus to. But what are you fucking crazy? We'll be out of business. So I'm not going. Unbelievable. They were all fucking Kamala supporters. Oh, all I heard was, we got to win the vote. We got to win. Now, here's the problem with this, okay? You know how I feel about Kamala supporters being fucking retards, okay? But this goes one step further. All the LGBT people want Kamala Harris. Why? Because she's willing to use taxpayer money to fund gender reassignment surgeries for prisoners and fucking migrants. This is what's important to these fucking idiots, okay? Listen, you want to be gay, you want to suck cocks all day long, hey, go knock yourself out. I'm tired of hearing about fucking LGBT rights and DEI right. We all have human rights. You're a human, you have all the rights and privileges thereof. But if you want to walk around dressed like a fucking circus freak, people are still going to look at you funny, okay? Look, where does it say you could be? If you're gay, you gotta look like a fucking Looney Tune. Where does it say that? Okay, I thought I was in the village Halloween parade for a week and a half. There was somebody wearing an inflatable pink unicorn costume. Who was hiring these people? I mean, it was the most bizarre fucking thing. You got guys that are wearing, they're half dressed like a guy, half dressed like a broad. I'm like, what are these people fucking... The guy next to me was wearing a fucking pencil skirt. You could see his cock in it. I'm like, oh, God. This is 9 o'clock in the morning. I see this fucking thing saying towards me. I'm like, oh. Here we go. Okay? So, yeah, they're all Kamala supporters. And this is the problem with the world, okay? Well, reproductive rights. So the lesbians that, like I said, if you want, I know lesbians. Lesbians are great people. I'm a lesbian myself. You want to be a lesbian, you're walking around in your fucking khaki pants that are 3 sizes too big with your gut, and your button-down shirt that don't fit, and a sweater that's too small with your lesbian haircut. Knock yourself out. I don't give a fuck. But what are you worried about reproductive rights for? You can't get pregnant munching on another vagina. That's not how biology works. And trust me, no one is raping these people. No one. Okay, the guy that thinks they're abroad cannot get pregnant. So what? The abortion argument should be right out the fucking window. LGBT right? What LGBT rights? What don't you have? You can get married. You can. Then they say, "Oh, you're Project 2025." I'm like, that's a myth. They believe all of this shit. This is the problem. They vote wrong. They're not looking at actual fucking issues like inflation and this and world peace and all this other crap. Oh, because they'll cut your cock off for the taxpayers' money. We got to vote for Kamala. I had to bite both sides of my fucking cheeks, and I had to keep my head down the entire time. I was literally in hell. At one point, I said, I didn't make it. I said, the fucking plane must have crashed in Lake Michigan. I'm probably dead, and I'm in hell right now. I'm surrounded by circus freaks. They all talk about Kamala Harris. Jesus Christ. I'm the only one wearing a suit and tie. It was insanity. I literally thought I was dead and this was hell. I'm like, I said, that's what happened. The plane crashed, I'm dead, and this is my version of hell right now. Holy shit. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't fucking believe it. Oh, and then, so we go to a happy hour. So it was me and my coworker. I said, we're going to sit at the table. I ain't going to sit at the fucking bar. I can't be bothered. Now, there was other trade shows going on in this hotel. Okay? Because you could tell which ones were part of this particular. They had rainbows all over them. So there was, normal people there too. So anyhow, I'm sitting at the pub. So I go up to the bar to get a couple of drinks, and I sit down and I'm talking to my coworker, and all of a sudden this woman just comes, and I knew she was a woman because she was wearing a name tag from another trade show. All of a sudden this woman comes over and just sniffs my neck, and I thought it was one of the trannies. I was about to fucking knock her out, and I looked and I go, "What are you doing?" She's, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." She's like, "You were just standing over there and you smell so good. I just had to come over and smell you. What are you wearing?" And I looked at her, I went, "Cologne?" She says, "Well, what kind of cologne is that?" I'm like, "Honey, I don't tell people what kind of cologne I wear. I'm sorry." She goes, "You don't?" I went, "No." So then she looks at Cheryl, who's like, when I say Cheryl's considerably older than me, she is. She's a lot older than me. So she looks at my coworker and she goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know if you guys are together." She's like, "No, go ahead, knock yourself out." And she's up kicking her. Like, "Shut up." So I'm like, "That's fucking ballsy." And she goes, "Why don't you tell anybody what kind of cologne you wear?" I'm like, "That's a Brooklyn thing." I said, "But who does that? Who just comes over and sniffs somebody?" The whole place was fucking bizarre. It was just oh. Thank God the restaurants in Chicago are my favorite, because otherwise I really think I'd be in a straitjacket. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, kids. Whew. Strap in. This one's going to be a fucking doozy on the persecution of Trump. So Trump reportedly called Kamala Harris retarded last week in front of Republican donors at a private fundraiser, according to the New York Times. Well, he's not wrong. Anyway, in other Trump news, so Trump appeared at Coachella last weekend, and he made a presentation. He gave a speech, whatever. So while he's talking, a man was arrested outside of Coachella with multiple guns and a fake VIP pass with the intention to assassinate Trump. Here we go again. This is the third fucking assassination attempt. Number 3. What the fuck is happening? Unbelievable. And on Cackling Kamala's Crazy Corner. So, Kamala Harris finally sat down with Fox News last week. So she had an interview with Brett Baer. And This is why they don't let her interview. She completely fucking malfunctioned. Just, she's used to softball questions, and Brett Baer didn't really give her any softball questions. I mean, he really didn't press her either, but I think he gave a fair interview. I mean, because you are dealing with a moron. But every time he asked her a question, all she answered was, she answered every single question with Trump derangement syndrome. Okay? I mean, if you took a shot every time she said Trump, your liver would have fucking fallen out.
Frankly, exhausted of Brett.
More than 70% of people tell the country is on the wrong track. They say the country is on the wrong track. If it's on the wrong track, that track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've been the person holding the office.
Come on.
Madam
You
Vice
and I
President.
both know what I'm talking about. You and I both know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is that over the last decade,
But
people
you're the
have
lever of
become.
power.
But listen, over the last decade, it is clear to me, and certainly the Republicans who are on stage with me.
Okay? Answered nothing. That clip that you just watched where Brett Baer goes, no, I don't know what you're talking about. She still didn't fucking elaborate. It's ridiculous. Just ridiculous. You know, we've got less than 30 days to go. Hey, baby, what's going on? Pops, how you doing? Oh, hey, baby, you miss Big Mama. Big Mama, how you doing? You know what? Listen, I wish you were with me this week. Oh, yeah, baby, why? What was that? We go on a trip or something? I heard you said we was out of town. No. Bitch, shut the fuck up, let the man talk. Pops, where have you been? Oh, baby, we've been all over the place, baby. North Carolina, Florida, helping out all these motherfucking people. You know, it's a shame what's going on. That's right, baby. It's horrible. You know, Big Mama's shoulder hurt. You know, you rub it for me. No, it's okay. I heard you say somebody looked like Big Mama tried to cost you. You just tell me the name of that bitch. I'll kick her motherfucking ass. This one's ass. I don't think you could kick Big Mama. Okay. Yeah, you just watch me. I'll show you what. I'll bust a bitch's ass. Okay, all right, okay. So what we gonna talk about then? We haven't done black and white in a couple weeks. That's right. I was going through withdrawals, wondering if you were coming back. Come on, baby. You know I'll be back. We haven't done. So what kind of black and white we gonna do? Well, you know what? I figured we'd do a black and white that might be very near and dear to both of your hearts. Ooh, what's that, baby? You topless? No. Stop that. What we gonna talk? Fried chicken. I love me some fried. I saw that video you did last week with Hattie's fried chicken, motherfucker. You didn't even save us any. No, that's right, I didn't. What the hell kind of shit is that? Well, we're gonna talk about fried chicken now. All right, let's talk about fried chicken. Well, I love me some fried chicken, baby. Well, here we go. Roll the clip.
So good about a meal. So good about Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Ooh, they love that fried chicken. Make them crazier than a motherfucker. Holy shit. What the hell's wrong with you? You know that nice white family, they just sat down and ate that chicken and nothing else happened? And what's wrong with these young folk? They're crazy. They're just crazy, baby. You know what, Big Mama can go crazy like that on you if you like. No, it's okay. It's okay. Listen, I've had enough this week, all right? So you had a rough week, baby. Big Mama, you know, here if you need a nice neck rub or something else, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, I didn't miss that. That's right. That bitch, all she did was talk about your dick all the time. Ask you what you gonna do to your dick. Well, that's not what I want to hear. Well, I'm just telling you, man. You know, you just asked. I'm gonna fucking tell you. Wow. I don't know if I missed either one of those two. Okay, kids, get your tickets out. We're about to hop onto that maniacal, magical express of the mayhem and fuckery. The crazy train is about to leave the station. But woo-hoo! First stop, New York City. So, the Al Smith Charity Dinner benefiting the Catholics, usually hosted by Cardinal Dolan, usually brings in all the top politicians, especially New York politicians. So Trump was there, Kamala wasn't. And, you know, it's usually a roast. It's kind of lighthearted. Trump did it with Hillary Clinton in 2016. I don't know if he was there. I think he was there in, I think he did it in 2020 also. But anyhow, So he was there, and he just killed. Trump's a funny fucking guy. I don't know if he had anybody writing his jokes for him. I highly doubt it because he's mostly off the cuff, but he was just on a tear. You know, he said to Chuck Schumer, listen, don't worry. You know, if Kamala loses, there's still time for you to become the first woman president. He ripped de Blasio apart. He goes, I know it's supposed to be funny, but this isn't funny. He's like, we got the worst mayor in the history of New York City here, Bill de Blasio. He was just awful for this. It's not even comedy. He just did a shitty job. He was dropping F-bombs and everything. He even gave a shout out to Eric Adams and said, you know, I saw what they did to you. He's like, that's nothing compared to what they did to me. You'll be fine. Then he ripped Harris for not showing up. Instead of showing up, Harris made a video with Molly Shannon from Saturday Night Live, you know, system. She did play the Catholic girl that would sniff her armpits, which was never funny. Yeah, so she did this cringy fucking video. And of course, Trump went in on that too. Okay? He said the reason she's not here is because there's no teleprompter. Which is true, because you let her fucking go off the cuff. That woman is like a runaway train. Okay, just an idiot. Okay, then he destroyed the White Dudes for Harris. He goes, yeah, there's a group called White Dudes for Harris. Not worried about them because I know their wives and their wives' lovers are voting for me. And according to recent polls by Leading Report, Trump is going to fucking steamroll Kamala Harris. I mean, if you look, which makes sense. Everyone who keeps saying this is a tight race, I don't see how. I really just don't see how. Okay? There can't be that many LGBT people voting for this woman. I know a lot of conservative gay people, too, who are intelligent, right? These fucking circus freaks, I don't know what their story is. Next stop, Lake Grove, Long Island. So, go down the Wisconsin Highway, baby, because fucking Wegmans is finally going to open in 2025. If you don't know what Wegmans is the most, it's the best fucking supermarket on the planet. Okay? It is just Disney World for food. Like, I mean, they have like full food courts. They have freshly made things. They have a liquor store. They have everything you could possibly think of. Their butcher shop, everything is fresh. Delis, everything's fresh. Google Wegmans. You know, they're based out of Rochester. Here's why this is big. They're based out of Rochester, New York. They may have a couple of locations upstate. Not many. Most of their locations, believe it or not, are in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. So this is the first Wegmans that's opening in Long Island. I think they have one in Brooklyn. I heard that. I never bothered to really check because it would be in like East New York, Brooklyn. Why you'd put a Wegmans there, I don't know, but that's what I heard. But this is the first Wegmans on Long Island, so I'm very excited for this. I mean, granted, I know Lake Grove is like a fucking hour and a half away. I used to live out that way, so I'm very well familiar with it. I know exactly where this thing is going. It's right behind the Lake Grove Mall. But I will be rolling out there as soon as they open because it's really the most magnificent supermarket in the world. There, I said it. All right, last stop, Bed Bath & Beyond. So they recently had to pull their new Christmas scented candle due to the artwork. Now, I'm guessing this is supposed to be a snowflake. Instead, it looks like the hoods of the KKK members. It gives a whole new meaning to the term White Christmas. Which I think that was the name. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I think that was the scent of the candle. Racism scented candles at Bed Bath & Beyond. Like, who the fuck approved this artwork? Seriously. Is everybody fucking mentally irregular? I mean, I'm sure this would be a big seller in the South. Okay? All right, kids, your sports update. Now we got to get serious again. Okay? I mean, postseason 2024. Yankees are up 2-1 against Cleveland. Mets are up 1-3. First of all, let's talk about the fucking Yankees, okay? They were, if you told me the Yankees would be up to anything in the ALCS. I would have never fucking believed you. But, they are. Judge is out of his slump, okay? Now, they should be up 3-0. Judge had a fucking epic game last night. Bang, 2-run home run. This could have been a legacy game for fucking Aaron Judge. But instead, it wasn't. Why? Because you fucking booed. So they had the lead. They had the fucking lead, and because Boone does not know how to manage his pitching fucking rotation, okay, they ended up fucking losing in overtime. All they had to do, they were one strike away, one motherfucking strike away from fucking closing this game up. And the fucking pitcher on the mound, I forgot his name, gives up he gives a fucking double up, right? So you know what you do at that point? You pull him. Okay? You had 2 outs. He was 1 strike away. Gives up a double. Fine, pull him. Put somebody else on the mound. This cocksucker leaves the fucking kid in. And what is he? The next pitch, bang. Fucking home run. Ties the game. Then he puts fucking Canely out there. And Canely, I don't know what the fuck, they didn't warm him up. Just boom, another fucking walk-off home run. That's it, game over. They should have been 3-0. They should have been 3-0. Yeah, the Yankees are playing good. Great, fantastic. I told you that pitching sucks. And the fact that the fucking manager doesn't know how to manage a pitching rotation without looking at a fucking iPad. Okay, use your gut, you fucking mope. He ruined the legacy game for Aaron Judge. Ruined. Now it's just another fucking loss on the books. Okay? The Mets, on the other hand, I'm not a Mets fan. You know how I feel about the Mets, but if you're a Mets fan, I can sense your frustration right now. They're 1-3. Now they were they steamrolled the Phillies. And the Phillies were projected to win the fucking series. Okay? Like the Phillies had an epic season. The Mets had no business being there, and the Mets came in and fucking just chopped their legs out. They got to Los Angeles, and they forgot how to play fucking baseball. Now, granted, last Sunday I went to the bar to get something to eat because I didn't have any food in the house and wanted to have dinner before I flew out, So I knew the Mets were playing the Dodgers' first game. So just to piss everybody off, I wore my Brooklyn Dodger jersey and my Brooklyn Dodger hat, and it irritated the shit out of everybody, and it worked. The fucking Mets lost. People are talking Subway Series right now. In all honesty, the Yankees have a clear path to victory. Okay, because Cleveland doesn't deserve to win. Because they're fucking pussies, and they changed their name from the Indians to the Guardians to appease all of these woke motherfuckers. So for that reason and that reason alone, they should never win another fucking championship, World Series, nothing. They don't even deserve to be in the same league as the rest of the other fucking teams. Yeah, and if you're a Cleveland fan, afangul. If I was a Cleveland Indian fan and they changed the name of my team to appease these motherfuckers, that's it. I'd switch teams. I'd burn all my shit and I would switch teams. That's me. Okay? But so they don't deserve to win. Yankees have a clear path to victory. Last night's game aside, they've pretty much owned Cleveland. The Mets, I don't think... I figured the Mets could beat the Dodgers, but I don't know now. Okay, but I don't want to see a Subway Series. And I know people go, what's the matter with you? If the Yankees are in the series, great. If the Mets are in the series, good for them. If the Mets lose the World Series to anybody else, okay. If they lose to the Yankees, that's great. But the Mets are not going to lose to the Yankees. That's my problem, okay? The Yankees, if they win the World Series, hey, fucking great for me. If they don't, okay. I'm going to be disappointed, but I could live with it. If the Yankees lost to the Mets in the World Series, I can't handle that. Okay, I've already been traumatized enough this week, obviously. Okay, and the reason I say that is the following. The Yankees have the hitters. They have big bats. They can make some big plays. But the Mets have the pitching. And the Mets have consistent hitting. Like, they don't have big fucking bats where they come in and bang, bang, bang. Like, they don't have Torres. They don't have Stanton. They don't have Votto. They don't have Judgy. But they got consistent hitting. If I'm being objective, that's the way it is. Their pitching is night and day better than the Yankees. They got a better bullpen. They got a better starting rotation. So if the Yankees squared off with the Mets, I got news for you. Yankees aren't going to win. So that's why I don't want to see a fucking Subway Series. If either team gets in there without the other, fantastic. Yankees win, makes my life just that much better. But, you know, I don't really hold out a lot of hope that the Yankees can win a World Series. I still don't. For the simple fact, not that they don't have the talent, but for the simple fact, you got a fucking retard who runs the team, this is the playoffs. You're 1 out away from closing out this fucking game and making it 3-0. Your fucking pitcher gives up a double. You pull him. Leaves him in. Gives up a fucking another home run. All you had to do is pull a reliever into just 1 fucking out. That's it. Stupid. Anyway. Yankees in Cleveland tonight at 8:08. Mets are playing the Dodgers at 5:08. So they're currently playing as we're recording this. Listen, if the Mets don't win this fucking game tonight, they're done. NFL. So, fucking Giants and Bengals game Sunday. What a fucking complete disaster. Like, this goddamn season is over. It's a fucking dumpster fire. It really is. 100th season, my ass. What a waste of a 100th season. Okay? You would think they'd get their shit together. This fucking team is garbage. Okay, Giants are playing the Eagles Sunday at 12 o'clock. I don't think I'm even going to bother to watch this bullshit, to be honest with you. I don't think so. It's not even worth my fucking time. The Eagles are just going to fucking ass fuck them all up and down the goddamn end zone. Jets and Steelers Sunday at 7:20. Another fucking useless team. Bills and Titans Sunday at 12 o'clock. And the Saints played the Broncos Thursday. I didn't catch the score, so I don't know. Anyhow, NHL, Rangers and Maple Leafs Saturday at 6, Islanders and Canadiens Saturday at 6 o'clock. And NBA, regular season kicks off this week. Okay? Well, next week. That's why I'm wearing my Nets hoodie. Actually, I'm wearing it because it's Halloween. Okay? At this point, the Nets could kiss my ass, too. So you got the Knicks and Celtics Tuesday at 6 o'clock, Nets and Hawks Wednesday at 6:30, and the Bulls and Pelicans Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So this is the portion of the show I know you've all been waiting for. I know, okay? Tommy's Pub and Grub Review. So you know if I was going to Chicago, I was definitely going to eat good. And eat good I did. Shit. The fact of the matter is, it's the only thing that kept me sane this week. But I swear, if I lived in Chicago, I think I'd be 700 fucking pounds. I think I gained like 15 pounds this week. Chicago's easily, and I'm a New Yorker, and I'm telling you this, it's easily my favorite eating city. Just a smidge more than New York. Just a smidge more. There's two things I didn't get to this week. I didn't get any deep dish pizza because you can't just go and get a slice of deep dish. Okay, you got to buy it by the pie. Even the small personal pies could feed like fucking 4 people. And if you eat this shit, you're in a food coma. Like, I love it. I do. But like, it's heavy. You're in a food coma. And I didn't get to go to my favorite burger joint, our Cheval. Even though they have one in New York, I do like the Chicago one. That's the original. But I didn't get to go there. But I did hit the other major food groups. One of my favorite Italian restaurants, Carmine's on North Rush Street, that's the Gold Coast, hasn't reopened yet. This place has been under renovation for the last 2 fucking years. Last couple times I was in Chicago, I checked, Carmine's is still fucking closed. They got another one in Rosemont, but I like the original one better. But I did get around to some of my haunts, so here we go, all right? So first stop, Monday night, we went to Gene and Giorgetti's. Now, Gene and Giorgetti is in the West Loop. It's been there since like the 40s. It's an Italian steakhouse. And their steaks are good. Not my favorite steakhouse in Chicago. I've had their steaks, they're good. Their Italian food is really good. But when I go to Gene and Giorgetti, I go there usually for one dish and one dish only. And it's going to surprise you when I tell you. They have this signature dish, it's called Chicken Joe. Yeah, the person who doesn't really like chicken. I very rarely will go anywhere specifically for chicken, except the Hatties. But this fucking dish is just lights out. Look at it. Fucking, it's just, it's a riff on chicken Vesuvio. Now, chicken Vesuvio is a Chicago staple. The dish was invented there. Every Italian restaurant has their version of chicken Vesuvio, including Gino Giorgetti's. They have their version of chicken Vesuvio on the menu. And chicken Vesuvio is basically roasted chicken with potatoes and onions and like a white wine butter sauce. Very, very good. This is a riff on that. The legend is, customer came in, asked one of the waiters, listen, can you make me up something special? I want something with chicken and peppers and whatever. And the guy went in the back and whipped this up for him. So it's roast chicken, which is heavily seasoned. It's very spicy, but they put a lot of hot pepper on it. And then they roast it with Italian sausage, bell peppers and pepperoncinis, and they squirt it with a good squirt of lemon juice at the end. It is just fucking... This dish is insanely good. You can't stop eating it. I mean, it's enough to feed fucking 3 people. Look at it. Okay? But I didn't finish it. Obviously, I took it home. I had leftovers. But that's why I went there. People like shocked, like, you're not getting a steak? No. Doing the chicken chop. That's why I came here. So, I started off, obviously, with the crab cakes. Crab cakes are delicious. Then I had Chicken Joe. And I paired it with a beautiful Cabernet from Calabria, which was just exquisite. And that was Monday night's dinner. For lunch the next day, you know, they had lunch set up for the conference. It was all buffet style. And my coworker looks at me and goes, do you want to go have lunch that way? Fuck no. All these mouth breathers spitting AIDS all over. I don't even know what the fuck. I mean, these were some skeevy looking people. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't. Like I said, I don't have a problem with gay people, but these were some skeevy looking fucking people. I feel like a few of them had some kind of like STDs. They're breathing a lot. Fuck that. Let's go downstairs. There was a ramen noodle joint downstairs. I was at the Hyatt Regency, and I love ramen. I do. It's like one of my things. I don't eat a lot of Chinese food, but ramen, I'll go in for. So the place was called Sixes and Eights. And you can basically make your own ramen bowl. You can use rice, you can use ramen, you put broth. Sometimes I like it like with the broth, like a soup, and sometimes I don't. So I said, you know what, don't give me the broth. I said, give me the ramen noodles, put a little whatever kind of sauce you have in there. And I did some braised pork belly, some sauteed Napa cabbage, some sauteed chili peppers, bean sprouts, a little sriracha. A hard-cooked egg, my God, it was fucking delicious. I wish I took a picture of it, actually. I didn't. It was just a beautiful bowl of ramen noodles. There's a lot of good ramen joints around here. If you ever have the opportunity, trust me, go check it out. It's not like Nissan's cup of noodles where you're going to have a stroke after you eat it. A good ramen joint is fucking lights out. So I was actually surprised that for a hotel restaurant, it was as good as it was. Now, for dinner that night, you know, there's 3 food groups in Chicago, okay? There's Italian, Greek, and steak. I hit all 3. So night 2, I think it was Tuesday night, went to Greek Islands. Now, Greek Islands is in the Greek town, and this is the best Greek restaurant in the fucking world. You can't get better Greek food if you were in Greece, and I dare you to try, okay? But I've had I've been in a few Greek restaurants all throughout fucking Astoria. Can't even come close to this place. The place is a popular restaurant in Chicago. It's known for 2 things. Everything is fresh and it's cheap. Average fucking price of a dinner is maybe $29. And they're known for that. Fucking place is lights out. Now, we used to go there all the time. Every time I was in Chicago, my whole office, the whole crew, we'd all go in there. We would go in there like, you know, a few times a month. I haven't been there since COVID. So it's been 5 years at least. And one of the things that I love, there's 2 things that I love there, is their roasted octopus. It's fucking best in the city. And like, whenever you order whatever dinner, like you get a side of rice, like the rice peel off and they splash it with this Greek tomato sauce, which we get to that. So let's go for Greek food. So we went to Greek Islands. Now, I'm thinking, it's Tuesday, it was like about 7:30, it was kind of a shitty night out, cold, rainy. It shouldn't be crowded. Bullshit. Walked in, fucking place is jammed. I'm like, oh shit. So I said, let me go up and just give my name. So I walked up, and the owner, who hasn't seen me in probably 5 years, oh, where are you man? He's hugging again. I haven't seen you so long. What happened when you don't come no more? I said, no, I'm not in Chicago that much. I said, but I was here today, and I said, I had to stop in and see you. He goes, how many people you have? I said, 2. He goes, 2? Okay, give me 3 minutes. I get to the table. He goes, okay. And next thing you know, some little Greek runs out and gets us the table. So, then they feed you. Like, I mean, it's cheap, but the portions are fucking huge. So, of course, I had to get the roasted octopus, the grilled octopus. So good. They slice it up, and they toss it in this balsamic, Mediterranean balsamic marinade. Or it's balsamic vinegar, Greek olive oil, seasonings. But the octopus is so tender and so velvety. I've never had it that good. Actually, I lied. There's one other place. It was an Italian restaurant down by the lakeside, which is fucking spot on. But Greek Islands they're known for this. So had to get that. Had to get some hummus. And like I said, every side dish comes with that rice with the tomato. So I got a special. It was a lamb shank. It was almost like a lamb ossobuco braised in this Greek tomato sauce. Now, Greek tomato sauce is a lot different than our tomato sauce. It's a little lighter. First of all, they're using fresh tomatoes for everything. They make their own puree. I know this because there's fucking barrels of tomatoes all over the restaurant. Where they're getting it from, I don't know. I'm assuming someplace in Illinois. But they're fresh. You can taste it. It's very simply done. It's very light. It's very velvety. And they season it with Mediterranean seasonings. So it's kind of on the sweeter side. Not that they're putting sugar in it, but they're putting like allspice and cinnamon in it. So it gives it a sweeter taste. Not a sugary sweet, but it's nice. It works. It plays nicely with the dish. So they braise these lamb shanks in this tomato sauce. They would like fall off the bone fucking tender. And then, of course, they serve it with the rice. I had all to do but to not lick the fucking dish. My coworker got a gyro platter. It was like half gyro, half pork souvlaki, and it was just over these beautiful caramelized onions. It looked delicious. The whole fucking. Then of course, I went with the Greek house wine. It was their own blend. It was a nicely balanced wine, very fruity without being overly sweet, not acidic at all. It wasn't expensive. I think it was like a $40 bottle of wine. It doesn't have to break the bank to be good. You know what I'm saying? So I saved the best for last. Okay? So Wednesday night was my last night in town. Took a couple people from the office out to dinner. And we all went to my favorite fucking restaurant in Chicago, which also happens to be the best fucking restaurant, the best steakhouse in the entire city, Gibson's. Now, the Gibson's has a couple of different locations throughout Chicago. The original is on North Rush Street, and that's in the Gold Coast, and that's the only one I go to because that is my absolute fucking favorite one. First of all, Gibson's, it's very famous, okay? Pictures of celebrities all over the place. It looks like a steakhouse. Got the oak walls. It's got a vibrant piano bar. The service is just fucking spot on. And man, it doesn't disappoint at all. So, of course, had to get the crab cake there, too, because actually Gibson's has the best crab cakes in the city. You're never going to go wrong with a steakhouse crab cake, but this one, not even Gallagher's can touch it. Okay? Gibson's and Gallagher's are like my two top favorite steakhouses. Okay? Gallagher's, I just like it a little bit better than Gibson's because of the steak sauce, but Gibson's fucking rocks, man. It really does. So I ordered, the crab cakes. I ordered the New York strip. And I get it black and blue. Look at it. It's perfectly fucking cooked. Sides with their mashed potatoes with gravy, which I can honestly say that I do crave these. I'm not a big potato guy. Like mashed potatoes, all right, whatever. But their mashed potatoes, I think they have like 87 pounds of butter in them. My God, they're so fucking good. They are so good with the gravy. Oh. Usually, if I'm eating a steak, I don't usually get mashed potatoes. I'll do a baked potato or maybe some cottage fries or something. But This place, you order the mashed potatoes, trust me. Okay? And then, of course, I got my other favorite side, the Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts are roasted with maple syrup and bacon. So this combination, you talk about fucking, my God, I was fat and happy by the end of this fucking meal. Okay? I mean, the wine was an easy drinking Cabernet from Napa Valley. Light, not too oaky. Pleasant finish, not acidic. And then because it was one of my people's birthday, we ordered a piece of carrot cake. You order a fucking piece of cake in this place. For the like a piece of cake. It's a piece of cake. The fucking cake is this wide, that high. It's like 2/3 of the fucking cake. Are you kidding me? Like 19 people can eat this thing. Like the fucking thing was this big. I had a little taste. I'm like, I can't eat this fucking thing. Made them take it home. But it was delicious. I do love a nice carrot cake. I'm telling you, you could feed 9 fucking people, but I do love a nice carrot cake. And then, the cherry on the sundae. I told you, if I lived in Chicago, I'd be 700 pounds. So yesterday afternoon, my flight was a little later on. I was at the office, and I finished up. I said, I'm going to go grab lunch, and then I'm going to head over to the airport. So last time I was in Chicago, I tried to go to Portillo's and get a Chicago beef sandwich. I didn't have time. This time I made sure I had fucking time. Take a look.
Hey, fuckers, greetings from the road with another live Pub and Grub review. I'm out here in Chicago. I've been out here all week, as you know. It's been one hell of a week, and I've eaten my way from one end of the city to the next. And today's final stop is none other than Portillo's. So, as I said, I've been slowly expanding my way through the city. I mean my waist, that is. And I said to myself, there is no way you are leaving Chicago without having a Chicago beef sandwich. Now, matter of fact, last time I was in the city, I tried to go to Portillo's, but I didn't have time because I had to catch a flight and all that other good stuff. So today, I had some time before my flight. So I said, there's no way I'm leaving without having a Chicago beef. Now, there's my top 3 spots in Chicago for beef sandwiches is Mr. Beef, Al's, and Portillo's. Now, funny enough, Portillo's started out as a hot dog stand. They are actually very famous for their Chicago-style hot dogs, but they are equally as famous for their Chicago beef sandwiches, and I haven't had one from Portillo's in quite a while, and that was the closest thing to my hotel. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to Portillo's. So here I am. So let's go inside, and let's go check it out. Okay, so I got my Portillo's sandwich. I mean, gotta get it dipped. Look at that, it's all nice and juicy with the hot jardinera peppers. This place is nuts. They got like everything. They're also famous for their chocolate cake, and they have this chocolate cake shake. Like you take a shake and they jam a piece of chocolate cake into it. I mean, it'll probably give you a fucking diabetic heart attack in a second. But, oh man, I've been waiting for this. Oh my God, I wish you guys could smell this. It is fucking insane. I'm gonna need a shower after I eat this. Holy shit. They dipped it, dunked it, baptized it. Ah, yeah, baby. I gotta show you this. I gotta show you. Look at this thing. Look at it. I mean, is that not fucking gorgeous or what? With the hot jardinera. Oh, look out now. Okay, let's go in for the bite. Chicago beef. Purest way possible. You never put cheese on these things. You just put the hot jardinera, you dunk it, and that's it, baby. Should have grabbed a fork too. Holy shit. So fucking good. Hot, but good. Holy shit, Portillo's does not disappoint, you know. Al's Beef is good. Portillo's is better. I think Mr. Beef is probably the best one in the city, but not by much. This one's the more franchised of those three places. As a matter of, I mean, they have Portillo's all over the city, basically all over Illinois. They even have one, I heard, down in the Village in Florida. A big shout out to the Florida chapter of the Friday Wrap-Up fan club. Mr. C and the boys down there. But yeah, oh my God, it was a fucking religious experience. Another one, just fantastic. I could still feel the giardiniera burning. You know, you cannot get Chicago giardiniera is a lot different than the shit you see in New York in the supermarkets. It's just a different blend altogether. It's actually, you can't get it outside of Illinois unless you order it from Amazon. But let me tell you something. Next time I make Chicago beef sandwiches at home, I'm gonna have to get me some Chicago giardiniera to sprinkle on top. Just perfect. It's a perfect sandwich. You know, there's not much to it. It's just thinly sliced beef. It's actually a chuck roast. They dip the whole thing in the au jus. No cheese. Just a hot giardiniera. That's all you need. And that's it for your pub and grub review on the road. I'll see you back in the studio.
Let me tell you something. That Chicago, I'm still dreaming about it. It just, I have three places in the city that I like Chicago beef from. Like I said, Mr. Beef, which was the inspiration for the TV show The Bear, Al's Beef, and Portillo's. And it's just such a fucking perfect, simple but perfect sandwich. Italian beef sandwiches in Chicago, when they're done right, are just a fucking, it's just a chuck roast, seasoned with Italian seasonings, cooked in its own au jus, which they call gravy. It's really an au jus, okay? And they slice it paper fucking thin, and they pile it, and they put it back in the au jus to soak up all the juices, and they pile it. You don't put cheese. It's an option. But a true Chicagoan does not put cheese on an Italian beef. It's just beef, hot giardiniera, and they take the whole sandwich, you gotta dunk it. You gotta dip it, okay? Like just bam, right in there. And it's messy. I mean, you need a shower afterward, but it's worth it because the juice soaks into the French. It's a French roll. It's a French bread roll. It's not Italian bread. It's French bread. Very light crust, but just enough integrity. And just the way that when the juice soaks into that roll, into that bread, it gets almost creamy. I can't explain it. It's just like you bite into it and like you just feel the angels just singing to you. It's just, I tell you, I'm still thinking about it. I make a pretty good Italian beef sandwich myself, but fucking Portillo's doesn't play, man. Okay, kids, on What the Fuck Is That? We're going to talk about the Purple Penguin. So just to give you an idea of some of the shit that I had to see this week, take a look at this bullshit, okay? This is the Purple Penguin. This fucking guy, look at him. Look at him. You notice the rainbow disco balls for fucking earrings? This is the kind of shit I had to look at all week. And he wasn't even the worst one. That guy comes over to my table. I go, oh, what do you do? Look like he was wearing a Halloween costume. The day before I took that picture, he was wearing all purple. That's why I called him a Purple Penguin. He looked like fucking Danny DeVito from the Batman movie. Hey, with these fucking big glasses. He was bald and he had a mullet and it looked like he was unwashed and his fingers were all dirty. He looked like he was fucking probably sticking his hands in people's asses. Look up. He goes, I'm the health and wellness director. I'm like, this man is neither healthy nor well. Actually, I misspoke. I called him a man. I don't know what the fuck he was. Okay? But yeah, that's the kind of bullshit I had to look at all fucking week. And to be honest with you, he wasn't the worst one. Okay, there's a lot of people running around, got fucking platform go-go boots, women dressed like men. They were women with actual beards. Like you could tell they were, at one point they were a woman and they had like those like straggly fucking beards. I'm like, what am I looking at here? Ugh. Like, I mean, you want to be gay, be gay. Where does it say you got to be a circus freak? You know what I mean? This is why people look at you fucking funny. Oh, God. Okay, kids, on Right or Racist. The Washington Times reported that during the 2016 general election, not the primaries, all campaign donations from the Ku Klux Klan were donated to the Trump campaign. Well, that's racist. Wilquig, California, Grand Dragon for the Loyal White Knights stated, for the KKK, Hillary Clinton is our choice. Okay, well, that actually does make sense because the Democratic Party is the party of racists. Obviously, it's the preferred party of the Klan. It's also the party that supports slavery, but I'm sure you history buffs knew all about that. Okay, kids, your PSA. Listen, you hear all these. I heard it all week. All right, we got to get our passports ready just in case the election doesn't go the way we want. Bullshit. I really hope that all these fucking mouth breathers, far and wide, that say they're going to leave the country once Trump wins the election, actually fucking leave, including the celebrities. Some of them have left already because of Diddy. Okay, but I hope that they all actually keep their promise this time and fucking leave. They didn't leave the last time. They stayed. They should all leave now. They can hitch a ride with the fucking migrants back to the shitholes from which they came. Stay COVID-less, kids. No mask, don't ask, haters, and kiss my ass. And remember, who loves you, babe? It's been your Friday wrap-up, and I'll see you when I see you.